This is the Nintendo Switch 2. I lined up a month ago at my local GameStop and I went in and bought it. My bank account's not happy with me. In this video, I'm gonna go over what I like and dislike about the system and just basically everything from a PC gamer perspective. So out of the box, this thing is very, very, very nice. Compared to the original Switch, this thing is very premium feeling. It's got a matte black finish all around on the edges. The back's got the nice little logo there. Hello. They redid the kickstand here, so it's now a U shape. As you can see, it comes out like this now, and then the SD card slot is right there. And then when you're done with it, you just... So a lot more secure and premium, and Nintendo were listening to all the issues everyone had with the first Switch. Let's just hope that the, stick drift issue gets addressed. And the way the Joy-Cons come out now is really nice. So there's this little lever right here, and all you do is kind of just place your finger, and then I can't really get this on camera, but you push, and it comes out like that. And the Joy-Cons this time around are a lot bigger too. Now, my old Switch is in a landfill because the battery broke, but looking at it from a perspective in my hand, I do have small hands, but they are a lot bigger. I got an animation, watch this. I'm putting it on the wrong way, hold on, watch. Isn't that nice? You got a much bigger screen than the original one. It is a 1080p screen and it's 120 hertz, which is, I didn't think they'd ever do 120 hertz. I didn't think that was Nintendo's thing. But the catch is, it's not an OLED screen, it's LCD, and it's kind of unfortunate because Nintendo's big advertisement now with this console is it's got HDR compatibilities. But really, besides the colors really popping, which almost has nothing to do with HDR, like maybe it looks a little brighter, it's not like actual HDR that you'd get with an OLED display like on the Steam Deck, for example. So you're going to be a little left out there. Otherwise, for an LCD display and compared to the last console, it looks incredible and the screen looks very, very good. Maybe I'm just so used to higher refresh rate displays, I couldn't really notice the 120 hertz when I was playing it. Maybe it's just me or it's the screen quality, because while I was playing Mario Kart, it just felt kind of almost smeary at times. Maybe it was 120 hertz and I just didn't realize it, but I don't know. Now the dock it comes with is very nice as well. They actually had to add a fan in it now because it's going to be upscaling, at least with NVIDIA's CUDA core technology or whatever, to 4K and 1440p when you dock it to a TV or a monitor. And speaking of the upscaling, I didn't even talk about this. The new chip in this is very, very, very good. This is a lot more powerful than the original Switch 1 by a long shot. When you get this and you play like Cyberpunk on it, or you play Mario Kart World and you zoom in, it is a large generational leap. Turning it on, it's pretty much the same exact home menu as the original one, and this is what the home screen looks like. I'll have separate B-roll for this, don't worry about it. But at first glance, not much has really changed between this and the original Switch. It's a very premium quality console. It's nicely built. It is like the original one is a far cry in quality compared to this one. There's no wiggle with the Joy-Cons anymore. They are tightly in there. I know a lot of people were worried about the magnets. This isn't going anywhere. Like I could just hold it like this and it is not dropping at all. That's not going anywhere. Now comes the part where a lot of you are going to be on the fence. The game prices are ridiculous. In Canada, at least, I was in line to pick this up a couple days ago, and I was looking at the shelves for physical copies of like Legend of Zelda and stuff like that. Keep in mind, these are older titles, years older now, that just got little upgrades to run better on here. Yeah. It is way over $120 now, and that's not even just like this game alone. It's just becoming the trend now. It is still a steep asking price, and I'm not happy about it because I have to pay $790 Canadian after tax. But you know what? It is a good time, and I'm still enjoying it a lot. Now, more about who this console is for. If you're familiar with consoles and the typical walled garden and ownership and the way all that stuff works, and you don't need a crazy PC with emulation and you don't want to tinker, this is the way to go. Perfect for your kids. Perfect if you just don't care, want to crack a beer on the couch, you just want to play some games, want to play some Nintendo, you're going to have a good time here. But if you're a PC gamer and you have a PC handheld, you're not going to be buying this thing to play Yakuza 0 or Cyberpunk 2077 on it. You've likely already done that, or you're just going to do it for cheaper on your PC handheld or your PC. This wouldn't be the greatest option for you, just in terms of usability, and you can only play it on the system, and you have to hope that Nintendo honors your ownership for the next console generation after this, where you wouldn't have to necessarily worry about that if you had a gaming PC. And if you're not crazy about Nintendo's first-party exclusives and you don't care if you're missing out on Mario Kart, wait a couple years or just skip this and don't worry about it. It's not for you, and you know what? That's okay. You're not missing much, especially with game pricing. Nintendo is I know like games cost more to make now, but we have years old games that are getting upgrades on this, which just basically they're patches to unlock the frame rate and upscale the resolution, yet they cost like exorbitant amounts of money. You're just getting an uncapped frame rate, some extra features. It's nice, but is it $120 nice? I don't know. So yeah, long term with this, you're gonna probably be blowing through your bank a lot quicker than if you have a PC handheld. A lot more sales on Steam, a lot more deals. Games just won't be priced as high. I'm hoping if the industry doesn't move in the direction Nintendo is, but they probably are. GTA is gonna be like, what, $300? Like, I don't know. So there's that. But again, if you love the first party Nintendo games, you're probably gonna pay that. I mean, I bought this with the bundle, so I got Mario Kart World for technically 70 Canadian dollars, which is a lot better than 100 and something. So that sounds a lot better for me. If you don't have a handheld gaming PC and you have a Switch one, and you love Nintendo, obviously, get this. It makes a lot more sense for you. Nintendo did a great job with backwards compatibility on this, minus the upgrades. I wish those were included, but whatever. They have the virtual game cards, so when you log into your system menu, you'll see the virtual game cards icon at the bottom of the screen, and what you do is you just click that, and then once you log into your Nintendo account, you can see all the previous games that will support the console. You could go down and just load them all in, download. So I've already downloaded most of my older titles. This is just stuff I play with my family. I don't own a lot of games on here. But yeah, they all downloaded perfectly. They're all on here and they're all good. They work. They work great. They're not going to get the Switch 2 treatment, a lot of these. They're Switch 1 games, so you're going to be running them at 30 FPS, 720p or whatnot. But yeah, for what I've tried so far, they do look like they run at either 1080p 30, 720, like Switch 1 settings, basically. But yeah, aside from that, it is a far cry if you're a PC handheld gamer and you have an extensive Steam library to, go out and get something like this if you don't have an existing catalog on it, or you're not an extreme hardcore Nintendo fan. Wouldn't recommend it. But it is something to look at and maybe get down the line in a couple of years if you're, you don't care to miss out on the new stuff early and you maybe want to wait for a sale, go ahead. But if you're into console gaming, you want a no trouble experience, you just want to open this up, play some good old Nintendo first party games and whatnot, or you got an extensive Switch 1 catalog, this is a great choice for you, and it is a much more premium upgraded model, and honestly just feels like a very well-made device. Nintendo did a pretty good job with this, so shouts out. Anyway, thanks for tuning into the short little different review video. I thought I'd talk about it since it's a fresh topic. Thank you for your patience and thank you for sticking around, and I'm reading all your comments, so thank you for those too. Thank you for all the feedback. I thank you all so much. Thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna stop yapping. I'm gonna go play Mario Kart for another 3 years straight. You will not be hearing from me for a while. Wahoo.